Welcome to our channel, Bravo News. The Real Housewives of Orange County's Tamra Judge breaks her own rule. Why she went under the knife again. The promise she couldn't keep. Tamra Judge had made a vow that echoed throughout the Bravo universe. Never again. After years of breast augmentations, reductions, lifts, and the endless cycle of cosmetic choices that became almost synonymous with her journey on The Real Housewives of Orange County, she had sworn that her implant days were officially over. Fans remembered that episode clearly. Tamra sitting on her plush white sofa, speaking candidly about how she had finally embraced a new chapter of body acceptance. It was supposed to be her big pivot away from the world of plastic surgery. Her words resonated with viewers everywhere. "I've lived so much of my life under the knife. I just want to love myself as I am." But behind the cameras, reality was far messier. The mirror never lied. No matter how many times Tamra repeated her promise to herself, she felt the tug of old insecurities creeping in. The competitive beauty standards of Orange County, where gym memberships, filler appointments, and designer labels were practically woven into the culture, were impossible to escape. Every event, every beach trip, every Instagram post reminded her of a body she once loved but no longer recognized. And so, quietly, secretly, the thought returned. What if I did it one more time? The secret surgery. Tamra's decision wasn't impulsive. It came after months of internal debate, hushed conversations with close friends, and secret consultations with surgeons. She didn't want to announce it, didn't want to make a spectacle. She just wanted to feel whole again. On a crisp Orange County morning, Tamra slipped into a Beverly Hills surgical clinic under the radar. No cameras, no publicist, not even Eddie knew the full extent of her plan until it was nearly happening. For someone who had lived half of her life in front of reality TV cameras, the silence was unusual. The surgery itself was routine by medical standards, but emotionally it carried the weight of every promise she had broken. As she drifted under anesthesia, Tamra's last thought was almost a plea. Let this be the last time. When she woke up hours later, wrapped in bandages and drifting in post-op haze, she knew her body had changed again. She also knew she couldn't hide it forever. The confession didn't come in a Bravo confessional chair. It came, surprisingly, on Instagram. Tamra Judge sat in her kitchen, bare-faced, hair pulled back in a messy bun. She filmed a short video, her voice trembling but firm. "I always said I'd never do this again. I promised myself, and I promised you guys. But I did it. I got another boob job. And I need to explain why." The confession hit social media like a shockwave. Fans flooded the comments. Some cheered her honesty, others accused her of being hypocritical. But the real story was in Tamra's vulnerability. She admitted that insecurities had never truly disappeared, and that she wanted to feel confident again, not just for the cameras, but for herself. "I know I've been judged for every surgery I've had, but I also know I've inspired people to talk openly about it. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being honest with myself." The housewives react. The Bravo sphere lit up almost immediately. Vicki Gunvalson, Tamra's longtime frenemy, couldn't resist a shady quip on her podcast. Well, what's new? Tamra and a boob job go together like tequila and lime. She says one thing and does another. Classic Tamra. Shannon Bior, more sympathetic, texted Tamra privately. "I know you've struggled with this. Just make sure you did it for you. Not the show, not the fans." Heather Dubrow, ever the polished queen of Orange County, took a more diplomatic route in an interview. "Look, everyone has to do what makes them feel their best. If Tamra is happy, then I support her." Behind the scenes, producers were buzzing. This was reality TV gold. Another layer of Tamra's ever-changing identity, another storyline that blurred the line between personal struggle and public entertainment. Fans turned investigators. The Bravo fan base wasn't going to let this pass quietly. Social media accounts dedicated to housewives gossip launched side-by-side photo comparisons, debating whether Tamra's latest implants were smaller, larger, or more natural than before. Reddit threads exploded with theories about her motivations. Some claimed it was all a setup for the next RHOC season. Others argued she was influenced by pressure from Eddie or the younger cast members. A few fans defended her fiercely, saying her body was her choice, no matter what vows she made in the past. What made this moment different wasn't the surgery itself, it was the honesty. Messy, imperfect, but raw. Tamra had exposed herself in a way reality TV rarely allowed. Not polished, not edited, just real. Eddie's reaction. Eddie Judge had always been Tamra's RHOC. Fitness partners, business partners, lovers, and co-stars. Together they had weathered reality TV storms. But Tamra's decision to go under the knife again tested their bond. In a candid sit-down for Bravo cameras, Eddie admitted he had mixed feelings. He said, "I love Tamra for who she is. I never cared about implants or no implants, but when she came to me and said she was doing this, I told her, as long as you're doing it for you, I'll support it. That's what marriage is about." His calm acceptance contrasted with Tamra's emotional vulnerability. But behind closed doors, Eddie worried about her constant cycle of self-doubt. He wanted her to love herself the way he loved her, unconditionally. The media frenzy. Tabloids ran with the story. Headlines blared across entertainment sites. Tamra Judge backtracks on promise. Another implant surgery. RHOC star opens up about cosmetic struggles in an emotional video. Plastic surgery and reality TV. When does the cycle end? Tamra suddenly found herself at the center of a larger cultural conversation about body image, aging, and reality TV pressures. Experts weighed in on talk shows, debating whether Bravo stars fueled dangerous beauty standards or empowered women by being transparent. The Bravo effect. As filming for the new season of The Real Housewives of Orange County continued, producers made sure Tamra's new boob job became a central storyline. They wanted the drama. The cast reactions, the fan debates, the confessionals dripping with judgment and sympathy. Tamra, never one to shy away from confrontation, leaned into it. At a cast dinner, she raised her glass and declared, "Yes, I got another boob job. And guess what? I'm not sorry. My body, my choice. If anyone has a problem with it, let's talk about it right now." The table fell silent. Cameras rolled. Bravo Gold. Reckoning with herself. Weeks after the reveal, Tamra sat in her home gym, reflecting. She had faced the backlash, the judgment, the fan obsession. But the real question lingered. Did she feel better? The answer wasn't simple. Physically, she was healing. Mentally, the insecurities hadn't magically disappeared. But there was something liberating about owning her choice, flaws and all. For the first time in years, Tamra admitted she didn't have all the answers. She was still figuring out what self-love meant, and maybe she always would. The legacy of a housewife. Tamra Judge's latest surgery wasn't just another housewife storyline. It was a reflection of a deeper truth about reality TV stars. Their lives were lived under constant scrutiny, their choices magnified, their bodies dissected. By admitting her broken promise, Tamra reminded fans that perfection was a myth, even in Orange County. Her vulnerability became her strength, her honesty her weapon, and though she had sworn she'd never go back under the knife, she had also proven something more powerful. She wasn't afraid to be real, even when that meant breaking her own rules. Because at the end of the day, Tamra Judge wasn't just a housewife. She was a survivor of reality TV's harshest pressures, and she was still standing, implants and all. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to our channel for regular updates.